What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Mike.
And I'm John, and we're the DIY Topic Guys.
On this channel, we give you guys an inside look at the hottest trending topics making the most noise around the world today.
Our style is 3 topics for 3 minutes each. That way you can get in, get the news, and get on with your day.
So listen up, that way you can be the one leading the conversation in your life instead of being a nincompoop in the corner with nothing to say.
So today's topics are student loan forgiveness, stimulus checks, and the COVID vaccine. If you guys are new here, thanks a lot for checking us out. Please make sure you subscribe down below and ring that bell for post notifications. That way you never miss out on what's trending.
Everyone else, thanks so much for being here and continuing to support us. Make sure you guys like down below, and also make sure you guys are following us on all the socials at DIY Topic Guys. Alright, so big topics right now are student loan forgiveness. A lot of student loans between the two of us.
Yeah, tons and tons. Yeah, so what do you think about the new Biden tax-free forgiveness thing that's apparently going to happen? So apparently we're going to get a bunch of student loans forgiven under the program.
Yes and no, though, but there's supposed to be a lot of student loans being forgiven, tax-free, but you have to be in the program for 20 to 25 years, and you need to be able to finish that repayment plan within the next 5 years.
Yeah, not only that, did you know that there's only been 35 accounts of actual student loan forgiveness, even though there's been thousands and thousands of people that are eligible?
That's not a lot.
No, it's not. 35. It's a real number. Those are real statistics. Apparently it has to do a lot with the way that the student loan servicers have been screwing everyone, like Sallie Mae and stuff like that.
Navient and all those.
Exactly. That's what Sallie Mae became.
Yeah, I know all that from trying to figure out different courses of action and different paths. But so like some of the progressions that they made with this current tax haven, I guess we'll call it. It's similar to that of current student loan forgiveness programs such as public service teachers. If you die, you actually get to have your student loans forgiven nowadays, tax-free. So that's great news. Your school closed, but there aren't many ways for people to actually get rid of their student loans aside from paying them. You can't actually pay them off when you can't get a job. Even if you can't get a job, you still have trouble paying them off because you're basically paying another mortgage. Yeah,
most people, by the time they're done with their loans, have paid more than double what they actually borrowed when you can calculate interest and everything, all the late fees or what have you, depending on who the situation is and what the situation is. It's really bad. Like, I know I owe more than I borrowed.
Yes.
So, I mean,
Same concept. 2 master's degrees between us. I know when I graduated or when I was in school, my concept was get the loans, whatever, it doesn't matter because you need this in order to advance your education.
Get a high-paying job, get the highest education you can, right?
Right.
That's the
chances are you're not even going to get the job in your field, and this day and age, don't even need a degree anymore.
Go to trade school. Go figure if you're mildly interested in something, go towards that. Don't bother wasting the money.
So, I mean, I could learn anything I want these days on YouTube, pretty much. You can get free books. You can pretty much learn anything and everything. Yeah,
there's websites like the Great Courses and all that stuff. There's tons and tons of stuff you can do now for free.
Is it worth it?
College? No. No, not worth the price.
Totally different.
Yeah, not from... I mean, good experiences, but not worth the cost.
Yeah, definitely not worth the cost.
Next up, we've got the stimulus checks and the State of the Union that is such the world we live in.
Yes, so stimulus checks. I believe it was $1,200 with the first one, $600 with the second one, and they are currently going over potentially giving you $1,400 right now. How effective are these things?
Not how long has it been? It's been a year. Let's calculate that real fast. Let's see, that's $2,200 for a year. Does that seem right? Doesn't seem right to me. That's not very much.
Is it even helping people?
No. When I heard Biden talk about it, he was saying like this is gonna get those people's mortgages paid. It's gonna get that healthcare paid. For what? Healthcare for one person on the market is like $450 a month. Where are you?
That's on the cheap side.
Yeah, where are you gonna pay for a family of healthcare with that $400 check? How mortgages are getting paid? No, they're really not.
No, mortgages are definitely not getting paid. Health insurance is definitely not getting paid. I feel like 90% of the stimulus checks are just going into either retirement plans, 401ks, or the flavor of the month Robinhood accounts.
They did a study, I forget exactly who it was, but they said like more than 50% of millennials are putting 100% of their checks into stocks.
Right. So are these things that we're doing in terms of stimulus checks, unemployment being basically doubled or tripled in some cases with the extra money, are we doing a disservice to society as a whole?
Let me tell you what's going on. I got a couple quotes for you real fast. Juvenal, ancient Roman poet, right? Give them bread and the circuses, and they will never revolt. Just think about that for a quick second. Now, what he was saying is, let me break it down for you. He was in essence saying that an unresponsive government can placate a population very easily. All they need to do is the powerful people. They need to supply the masses with things that are easily obtainable, like an acceptable amount of level of food, and like a steady stream of entertainment, like everything we have now on TV. Maybe the stimulus checks because their food. Soon everyone will have Medicaid, so they'll get handouts, they'll get food stamps every month. If the people in power do that, it will be very easy to prevent any level of civil unrest. It's very simple.
So basically everyone just stays home, they get free money, free things, and then the government just crams things down our throat, and then we basically just have absolutely no way to do anything.
Well, they've complete reign. This is the beginnings of socialism.
Beginnings of socialism, and then I'm going to throw an extra topic in here for you. I'm going to segue out of this with that. And I think that they take everything away from us. We can no longer defend ourselves because the other thing that they're taking away from us is our guns and our rights.
That's 100%.
So let's segue into the next topic. Next thing we have going on is the COVID vaccine as a whole.
Yeah. So, are you going to get it?
No.
Yeah, me either. No shot.
Unless I am forced for multiple reasons. I have no desire, no reason to get this vaccine. I'm young. I think I'm pretty healthy. I mean, I feel like I can fight this if I do wind up getting it.
Do you get other vaccines? Oh, do you get? I shouldn't say that because I'm not an anti-vax guy. Like polio, big deal. Glad we have a vaccine for it. I don't get flu shots though. That's totally different. But they like to compare the two. Right. Like they're like, well, they tested the polio vaccine on everyone willy-nilly. Yeah, but polio crippled people. Like everybody. Like my great-grandmother had polio. Half her body was paralyzed. It was killing and crippling. It was just ruining, devastating it. Like it was, as much as the hype as people were acting like COVID was doing, like it was going to kill everybody. Like remember the first couple months, they're like everyone's going to die. It's going to be like a 20% population drop. That's how serious like the polio epidemic was. So that's understandable. But this does nothing. You get a cold, you're only going to get sick and be really, really sick if you're unhealthy to begin with.
Yeah, you have those select people where it might affect them adversely, but it's the hardest thing as the general population is understanding. Now, I'm not minimizing COVID at all, but understanding how true the statistics are actually. So we've heard.
I've got some pulled up if you want.
I'd love to hear those, but we've heard some conspiracies from people basically saying that they are having higher deaths of COVID because it was related to COVID when it wasn't.
Yeah.
So how good are these statistics, and how knowledgeable are we as the public versus maybe a higher agenda?
Oh, there's all sorts of higher agendas going on across the board. But let me hit you some quick statistics real fast. So in New Jersey, out of, let's see here, there's been 2.5 million doses given. There's been 841,000 people totally vaccinated, which comes out to about 9.5% of the population. Not really very good. The United States, it's about 9% again. And then worldwide, you ready for this huge number? You ready for this? Because we're going to stop. We're getting vaccines done right now. We're stopping it. We're curbing it right now. 0.84% of the world population has been vaccinated. We're nowhere on this. If vaccinations were important, we're not even fucking close. Like, we're not even a drop in the bucket with this percentages.
Yeah. Side effects with it, and pain, fatigue, headache, muscle pain, chills, fever, nausea. Feel like you could still get COVID from it.
You can still get COVID. You can still get COVID after you get it. It doesn't even protect you from it, really.
Can they make it mandatory?
Yeah, they can. I don't know how it's going to work out. Blood in the streets, I guess.
That's going to do it for today's episode, guys, where we touched on student loan forgiveness, stimulus checks, and the COVID vaccine.
So we hope you learned a thing or two, maybe three. If you guys want to continue the conversations, please make sure you comment down below.
Make sure you guys are subscribed, make sure you guys hit that like button, and make sure you guys are following us on all the socials at DIY Topic Guys.
So we'll see you next time for another 3 topics for you to get in, get out, and get on with your day.
We are DIY Topic Guys, your go-to place to look super smart and